Yo, we out here. We were Zipwitthedrip. Let's get to that.
Hey, yo, the views and opinions expressed by Zip is not always the views and opinions held by Zip. Sometimes they come from the cat. The cat doesn't identify as a cat and believe it's a pit bull, so around here, we refer to it as pit cat. In this video, I'm about to check Vladtv for something he let somebody say on his platform. But before we get into the video, I'm gonna need you to stall off on the like button, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I drop these videos and all that. Alright, so boom, check it. The title of the video was Bobby Shmurda disputes Sammy the Bull's story, saying fat cat snitch. Come? Bobby Shmurda disputes that? Well, he ain't the only one disputed. Let's get to that. Yeah, Sammy the Bull is a liar. Just because somebody got on the stand and told the truth to the government, don't mean they gonna get on your platform and tell the truth, Vlad. That don't mean that they honest people because they got on the stand and told on their friends. That mean they dishonest people. Yeah. And what do dishonest people do? They are known to tell lies. You ask Bobby Shmurda about Fat Cat being a snitch. Son said, yo, ain't no paperwork. Those are street rules, jail rules, universal. You don't got the paperwork, you can't really say that man is a rat. If he told on you, whole nother story. Yo, he told on me, I ain't got the papers. My house burnt down with the papers. He told on me, I don't care with nobody. That's a whole nother story. We understand, champ. But for you to just say somebody's a rat and you don't got the papers, you can't do that. I want to premise this by saying for my whole life, I had heard Fat Cat was a rat. I got to sing with my Uncle Scrooge as a grown man, and he broke that story down to me, you heard? Fat Cat was in jail, his mans in them caught a case, whatever the case was, feds came and got niggas, know what I mean? Niggas wasn't budging, then all of a sudden, they go get niggas' moms. They lock up Pappy moms, they lock up Fat Cat moms. Fat Cat say, I can't let my moms do no bid, I'm copping out. Pappy Mason say, my mother knew what it was the whole time, I'm going to trial. Homie, the whole gang is copping out. You sure you going to trial? Yeah, we about to tell these people what we did. You sure you want to go to trial? Yeah, I bet. He did that. He went to trial. But he knew what the gang was going to do. So when Scrooge break it down to me like that, I say to myself, well, I can't call this nigga a rat, but I can't even just take my uncle's word for that. I can't say, oh, because Scrooge said it, that's the law. Nigga, the whole world be like Fat Cat name is synonymous with rat, so it stayed on the front of my brain that son is a bad, son did bad, but I never forgot what my uncle told me in regards to that. Fast forward a few years later, I'm in Clinton. Blue Boy come to my cell. He like, yo, Busy says send him some weed. I said, yo, bro, I don't even know who Busy is, son. I ain't sending Busy nothing. He said, yo, that's Fat Cat. He said that shit like, that was supposed to make me say, oh, I hear. Nigga, I was like, Fat Cat? Nigga, I ain't sending that rat-ass nigga nothing. Nigga, you crazy? Nigga started laughing. Nigga was like, all right. Nigga spent off. Not long after that, Blue Boy come to my cell with a draft bag full of legal mail. You can see the manila envelopes and all of that in it. You know what it is, you heard? Said, Fat Cat said he will send your grandmother $10,000 if you can find anywhere in here where he told. I said, man, get that shit away from my son. I'm not reading all of that. But what I did after that is I never said Fat Cat was a rat again because I didn't read the paperwork. Now, I had called him a rat. My Uncle Scrooge told me he wasn't a rat. Or that I couldn't call him a rat. And I had continued to call a nigga a rat. And then all of this nigga paperwork is in front of my cell. And I'm like, I'm not reading all that. But what I did do is I stopped calling him a rat. I never called him a rat again. So when Bobby Shmurda said, yo, there's no paperwork. Maybe he was in the same house with Cat. They was like, man, there's all the paper. Maybe he read it all. I don't know. I wasn't there with them. When I was with Cat, Bobby Shmurda was a little kid in these streets, bro. Sammy the Bull? Yeah, what you think? Because he told them people the truth? That he gonna tell you the truth? No, he's a dishonest person. Dishonest people is known to lie. Listen to this. Vlad, don't copyright my channel, but I'm not even going to play a lot. I'm just going to play this little clip right here. Listen.
Pappy Mason, Fat Cat, gets arrested for that murder in a capital case. He said no. And he's going to face now the death penalty. Remember all those things that happened to him? Now he's going to face the death penalty. Fuck them, he says. And he flips. Now you can call him a rat. You can call...
Alright. So that's all I'm playing. So before that, he said, yo, they ran up in the crib, smacked his mom around, took his spots. They started plugging his broad, all of these things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he like, remember all of those things? And now this. He is lying, bruh. I don't know about them smacking his mom. I don't know about them plugging his broad. But when he said the capital murder and they was facing the death penalty, and so Fat Cat flipped, false uno. If you tell one lie, everything you said was a lie. That is a lie. New York didn't have the death penalty in 1988 when they got locked up for that Edward Byrne. They didn't have a death penalty in New York, my nigga. That's a fact. It's Tuesdays. Hey, yo, ChatGPT. It's ChatGPT Tuesdays. This is what I know for a fact. I know that the death penalty was abolished in New York on more than one occasion. I need you to tell me, did New York have the death penalty in 1988? Yes, in 1988, New York did not have an active death penalty. Here's why. After Furman v. Georgia in 1972, New York's death penalty law was wiped out and the state never passed a new functioning one until 1995. So in 1988, capital punishment wasn't legally available in New York. The harshest sentence possible was life in prison without parole. Como? How? You see what I'm saying? Sammy the Bull is a dishonest rat. That don't mean he gonna come on your platform and be an honest interviewee. Yeah, he's not gonna be an honest interviewee because he was a dishonest rat. Nah, that don't work like that. And you be letting them dudes come on your platform and lie like that a lot. A few dudes. I ain't gonna really start saying no names and all that. You know who they is. You heard Boosie on there talking about these niggas, all types of shit. You be trying to like, if one of these rats say something, you try to take their word and run with it like it's the law. I don't know if Fat Cat told. I ain't see no papers on it. But what Sammy the Bull is saying, in court, what does false uno mean? You're asking about the court meaning of false uno, which seems to refer to the Latin legal maxim, falsis in uno, falsis in omnibus, meaning likely it translates to false in one thing, false in everything. It's a long-standing common law principle stating that if a witness lies about any of their testimony, their overall credibility may reasonably be called into question. When Sammy the Bull told you that Fat Cat was facing a death penalty, and so he was like, fuck that, I'm flipping. He was lying. Let's get to that.
So let's get to that.
Where Jordan at? Where Jordan went back downstairs?
Oh,
The words of Zipwitthedrip. Let's get to that. Let's get to that.
let's get to that. Hold on, let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
Okay, let's get to that. Women.
Let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
Let's get to that. Let's get to that.
Shout out to Zip.
Let's get to that.
Now, let's get to that. Even I started with a zip. Let's get to that.
Let's get to that. How I know what I... He said he got a zip for me. Shit, let's get to that.
Smoking out the zip, no drip. Now let's get to that.
Yeah, you know that. Let's get to that.
Back, let's get to that, right? Yo, this the Mayor Newberg right here. Yeah, let's get to that. Right.
Is that Zip with the Drip?
Nah, Zip with the Drip. That's my nigga. Zip with the Drip. I don't think it was just a random. Zip with the Drip, my nigga. Zip with the Drip on our side.
Yeah, Zip is hilarious.
He's hilarious, B.